how do you overcome anger? Well, I mean, anger, you know, that is useful for sometimes, right? If you somebody really gets you in a dangerous mode, you need to be angry. But there are also times that anger can be used wisely. Anger is an emotion. Is an emotion often for most of the people. If you listen to somehow the emotion of anger is probably controlling you, and because of that, maybe parts of your life is not doing as well. Especially if you are angry at those people whom you love the most, angry at your family, you know, especially kids and spouse and in-laws. And often, sometimes if you have anger in one area, it goes to other areas as well. It transfers to work. So what do you do when you have anger that's taking control of you? You see, anger is an emotion. Our emotions are stored in our subconscious mind, which mean those things that show up from our subconscious mind show up automatically, meaning without your control, means it's a habit. So sometimes it's hard to manage them if you haven't learned the skill set. You know that habit, sometimes when you do it enough, they just show up, right? And you must use a lot of willpower to control them. And sometimes using too much willpower gets you really tired, right? But that's one way to manage anger. But there's another way that we know how to manage that emotion of anger fast and quickly. And once you know how to handle it, those anger emotions that you don't like will not show up. You see, anger is an emotion. Imagine your mind is like a garden, weeds, right? Consider those weeds are one of the negative emotions. Here in this case is anger. So if you don't take care of those weeds growing in your garden, what happens? It becomes more and more. So anger might be something, if you're really angry for little things in your life, it might possibly be, maybe perhaps in your childhood, you have some anger challenges that you haven't been able to resolve. And perhaps, the people around your family, your surrounding, maybe didn't have time to help you manage those. Or maybe the little weeds, right? The little incident might not mean a lot, might not seem significant, like little weed, right, in the garden, might not seem a lot, but over time, one incident after an incident that caused you to feel angry might get accumulate, right? Over time, if you don't take care of those little weed in your garden, what happens over time, more and more comes up, right? So a lot of times anger might be in your childhood that haven't been resolved, and over time, right now, everything, get you frustrated. So it's not actually what's happening right now that get you that emotion of feeling so angry over little tiny things. It's accumulations all from those little angry moments that you haven't been resolved. And now, instead of handling little things with that much energy, you have to use that much energy, right? So what we do is have you take control of those angry emotions using a technique that we love so much. It's like magic, right? It's a feeling, right? It's an emotion. Anger is an emotion. So whatever happened in the past that started you feeling anger, some people, from our experience, go back to when they were in the mom's womb. Because if a mom feels certain negative emotions while the baby's in the tummy, the baby actually feel the mumps, right? So some of our clients were able to go back to a time when they first experienced anger. So what we do is we use the technique that guide you to the first time you experience anger, and then release the first incident. And once that's released, the rest of the anger moments all the way up to the moment of now gets clear, gets literally taken control. You apply a different meaning instead of feeling anger at all those things that happen. We guide you to put a different perspective, something that empower you, something make you feel better, right? So instead of feeling angry at those incidents that happened in the past, you allow yourself to get a different perspective, so to feel happy about it. And what difference does it make? Whatever happened has happened already, right? Instead of attached to those negative emotions, got to release those and have something positive come out of it, so you can move on, so you can have a better presence. And instead of feeling angry at those little incidents that's happening now, you feel calm about it. You look at things differently. You see people differently. You're able to probably see more beauty in other people versus having incidents outside of you control you. So the method that we use is both hypnotherapy and some of the tools that we learn from NLP, which are so fast and easy to use. So instead of using the traditional methods that might take months, years, with our methods, literally take a couple of sessions. So that's how you take care of anger, is understanding the emotions when it first started and taking care of that first incident.